All right, guys, today we're going to be breaking down this route here by George Kittle. We're going to be talking about how he sells this thing with his hips and how he sells this thing with this stick with his eyes and his upper half, right? We got to be able to do all three of those things to get some separation because of what the DB should be looking at. So we're not going to focus too much off the line here, but when we get to the top of the route, we dip that shoulder to make sure that we're restacking him, right? Anytime you work maybe a 1-2 off the line and you want to work to restack this guy and you want to take this inside release right here, if you dip that shoulder, you can work to get back over the top because worst case scenario, he grabs the top of that shoulder and I could rip underneath and get those hands off, right? So now we're back on top of him. Now this DB is going to be disciplined and is going to be watching his hips, right? He's going to be watching Kittle's hips, or this linebacker, I should say, not really DB, but we throw on this break. We want to throw your hip, throw your upper half, throw your shoulders, right? Because that's what's going to get him to get some separation. Right now, when I make that cut, it's real important that I'm in a normal stride length, right? You see how he's in a normal stride length. He just makes that cut. He's not reaching outside of his frame to the point where he's leaning back. I think that's a very important thing when you guys are working just this heavy indicator cut at the top of the route. You want to be sudden with your feet. You don't want to be way outside of your frame to where you have to drag this back foot or lean back to lose speed. And you want your upper half to be nice and relaxed and loose, because if you throw your upper half, you throw your eyes, shoulders, and you throw your hips to the inside, look where that DB's watching. That's what can get him to jump into the inside here and not make a play on this route, snaps that head around and makes this play, okay? So anytime we work to restack, dip that shoulder to rip underneath almost like a D lineman. I throw my head, my shoulders, and I throw my hip more in particular, and I can make sure that this stick is sudden. I'll be able to get some space. Let's watch it again full speed. So it gives him a 1-2, rips underneath with that shoulder, and then he gives him this heavy indicator cut, eyes, shoulders, and hips to the outside. Great route here by Kittle.